Good morning, my friends. This video is for anyone who feels trapped, tired of your job, sick of school, or just overall frustrated with the direction your life might be headed. And first thing I want to say is really it's not your fault. Everyone in your life is telling you go to school, get a job, get a degree, and that's the path to success and happiness. And like, if you ask someone of our parents, like this is like a life or death type of stuff. And it's so ingrained in society that like literally it's just not your fault. But we're entering a world where that is not going to be the path to success in the future, especially really even right now. Like, it's kind of crazy to think that you should go $80,000 in debt just to get a degree when you can learn anything with ChatGPT or YouTube videos. So I really just want to give you guys a message of what I think you should be doing. And this is just based off someone, take it with a grain of salt. I'm a random person on the internet, but this is someone who has built a pretty cool life for himself. I went to college, I got my degree, I listened to my parents, I was too scared to drop out. But luckily, during college, I decided to pick up a video camera and start learning a skill. I was 20 years old. I was in college, so frustrated that no one around me was even trying in life. No one in my classes was trying to start a business. No one was even showing up and paying attention. They were all just drunk, talking about their frat party last night. And it was infuriating for me. My mom's telling me this is the place to be. This is where I'm going to set myself up for my future. Meanwhile, I didn't feel like I was learning anything important in class, and I was ambitious. Like, I wanted to start a business. I wanted to be a top performing person, yet I looked around and it was just not the right environment. No one there was trying, and what I was being taught was 10 years out of date by people who didn't even run a business themselves. So it was a very, very frustrating experience, but I was very, very lucky when I was 20 years old that I had this random excitement to start a video business. I was in class and I was sitting there like, hey, I could blame the system. I could complain to my mom all day, every day. But at the end of the day, that's not going to change my situation. So I ended up taking initiative. I invested $500 that I'd saved up for my pizza job, and I bought a camera. I then told all of my friends, and they're my friends' parents, like 3 people, hey, do you know anybody that needs a video? And what do you know? One of them coincidentally had someone that needed a youth group church event shot that night. And so I picked up the camera. I said, all right, great, I'll go shoot it. Didn't ask for money. Didn't tell him, how much it would cost or anything. Just picked up the camera, went and shot the event, edited it that same night, just learning how to make simple cuts, and sent it to him. And he liked it. Didn't charge him, just did it for the love of the game so I could learn. And then basically, I did that 2 more times. I wanted to try a few different types of content, so I shot a nightclub. One of my dad's friends needed a nightclub event shot. And then I shot a music video for one of my friends in high school. These videos were nothing to really brag about, but nonetheless, I learned how to shoot the camera, I learned the camera settings, and I learned a little bit of editing. And so once I did that, one of my friends, the guy who shot the nightclub, actually said, hey, I have another gig for you, and I'll pay you $200 for this. So my very first paid gig was less than a week after I picked up the camera, and I made $200 in a single night. So that was something that kind of just absolutely blew my mind, that really, if I was going to graduate with a degree from college, my business degree, I would maybe make $200 a day. And I just made $200 in a night, edited the video that same night, and made exactly what I'd be making with my college degree, and something I learned in less than a week. And so this is when like this light bulb moment kind of hit me. Wow, if I just learn simple skills that are valuable to other people, they're going to be able to pay me money, and more money than I even think possible at this point. So I was like, okay, great. If I can make $1,000 a week, I won't have to actually go get an internship. I won't have to go get a job. I'll just be able to make videos all day. And as of right now, this is pretty fun for me. I get to go to nightclubs. I get to hang out with my friends and make music videos. Like, this is sick. I can get paid to do something, and paid pretty well nonetheless. So I ended up making more videos, getting more serious about it, and what do you know? I started making videos for $400, $500, $600, and by the time I was 22 and graduating college, I was actually able to tell my dad, hey, I'm making more money from this video stuff than I would be making from an entry-level job with my business degree. So I'm just gonna, go keep making more videos. Now that I have more free time, I can maybe shoot more videos with more clients and see where this video stuff takes me. And so that's exactly what happened. I was able to take my time, instead of splitting it in college and driving 45 minutes downtown for every single one of my shoots back and forth, I could just put all of my time into this, and sure enough, the first year out of college, I made $10,000 in a single month. And obviously this is great because I started building the momentum in college. I didn't wait for my degree. I didn't wait to finish college. I just got out there and started doing it. And once I got out there, I was downtown. I was around more different business owners making videos for local businesses. And sure enough, I started realizing that I started basically pursuing different types of gigs. And what I learned is that one of my clients, a supplement brand, used my video to run Facebook ads. And then he told me, hey, this ad that you made, this video that you made for us, is performing 3 times better than any other ad we've ever ran before. And he told me that he was spending $3,000 per day on the ad, almost $100,000 per month on my video. And that was making him millions of dollars throughout the year. And so I sat there, I'm like, okay, how do I make more money? I'm at $10,000 per month. This is awesome. I'm really good at making videos. I'm out here, I'm really growing, but I'm also kind of just stuck, like trading my time for money. And if I want to make more money, I can't go shoot more videos. But what if I could become more valuable to my current clients? And so he kind of showed me how the ads worked. It kind of made sense. It was pretty simple. He set one up in front of me, and I just went home, watched an hour-long YouTube tutorial on how to run Facebook ads, and immediately turned around and told my nightclub client, who was paying me $500 per video, like, hey, I think I could get more people to show up to the nightclub if we just turn this video into a Facebook ad. I'll do it, just see what it's like, try it out, and you let me know. And so I used my own money. I set up the ad myself, learned how to run the ad, and I spent $100 on ads. And sure enough, that night was busier than I've ever seen at the nightclub. And the owner noticed. I showed him what I did. I showed him how we got, like, 10,000 people to see it on Facebook in our local area. And he loved it. And so I said, hey, I could do this for you every single week for $2,000. And he's like, okay, awesome. No problem. Gave me the $2,000. I'd spent $500 on the ads, and I pocketed $1,500 for myself for like very little work. And so not only had I learned video, lighting, editing, all of this stuff throughout the last 2 years, but I'm now learning how to run ads. I learned how to make a website for another client because he said yes to running ads, but he didn't have anywhere to send them. And so I started running ads and building websites. And then this led me down the road of actually learning what a funnel is. How do you make a piece of content, get someone to click, go into your website, and then turn it into a customer? Well, this is a thing called a marketing funnel. You think they'd be teaching you that in college in your marketing classes, but no, they're not teaching me shit. And I had to pay $80,000 and go in debt for it. So this was a pretty funny moment. Luckily, I was positive about it and able to, just learn and start making money myself. But it was kind of ironic to say that, hey, shouldn't I have been learning this in my marketing classes? But whatever, we move on. So since I was able to, as I was going on, grow more skills, I was able to acquire skills. So I learned video, then I learned ads, and then I learned funnels and all this stuff about marketing. I decided, okay, I made $30,000 in a single month. Like, that is insane. That is more than a doctor makes almost. And I just learned this in a year out of college. Now, what would it take to make $100,000 in a single month? Like, if I really wanted to try, what would it need to do? Well, I've already acquired all these different skills. I kind of understand marketing. I kind of understand ads. But what if I made content? Because if I made content, multiple people could see my videos. I'd only have to make one video, but I can get thousands of views. And that's something called leverage. And so I ended up making my first few videos. I hit 10,000 subscribers in my very first month and made my first $1 million at 24. So it was a crazy journey, but I just want you guys to understand that this is possible for you too. If you're in a situation in life where you're trapped, you're not happy, you feel like you literally are wasting your time, I highly, highly encourage you to just go out there, find a simple skill. Don't overthink it. Don't think you need to become a full-on software engineer and learn how to code. It could be design. It could be video. It could be literally sales. Whatever you like doing, whatever sounds interesting, if you give it a try and start learning and then start putting yourself out there and getting actual projects and build a portfolio, you'd be shocked at how much success could come your way and how the universe will just bend to support you. So this is really just for anyone out there. I'm just trying to tell this story because if you're somewhere that's in college or you're at a job you don't like and you're just scared or you don't know what to do or you think your parents are going to be pissed at you if you drop out but you feel like that's the right thing to do, I just want to encourage you to follow that belief in you. Most people don't listen to their inner voice. Most people don't trust themselves because they're scared of what people might think. They're scared that their parents might get mad at them. But if you have that divine spark in you where you can't stop thinking about wanting to try, you need to understand how rare that is, right? Like, most people don't try. Most people don't have ambition. Most people feel nothing wrong with just doing what they're told. So if you're out there and you're feeling like something's off and you feel excited about working on something, please, please, please trust that gut instinct. You have that divine spark inside of you. And if you listen to that, only good things are going to happen. The universe is going to go out of its way to make sure that you accomplish your goals because the universe wants that for you. So you just have to test your limits, put yourself out there, and try, my friends. That's really my advice. If anyone in your life is telling you you can't do something or you shouldn't do something because it's not safe, it's too risky, that's the last thing you want to listen to. So I want to be the one to tell you that you are thinking the exact right way and you need to trust yourself. My friends, this is just my morning game at Counter-Strike to get warmed up. I wanted to share those thoughts with you. There's one thing I want you to take away from this video, to trust yourself, but more importantly, free yourself. I'll see you in the next one.